Hello there, I'm Kazi Farouk, a student of Coders Trust. Uh, my batch number is CTG Online 425. We have assignment, build a Node.js CRUD API using mongoose. So these are the requirements. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 requirements. So first one is we have to use MongoDB and we have to use ORM uh, and interact with MongoDB. Server, we have to use Express.js. We have to create a server through Express.js. Then we have to create API structure, and here are some uh, fields and the type. And we have to use this method post get put and delete. We have to also use validation, and we will add this basic validation to the schema. Also, we will handle the error like invalid ID or missing data from the client side, and also we'll return HTTP status code and appropriate error messages. Then uh, we'll test the code through instead of Postman, I will use Thunder client. Let's check with the VS Code. So here is the VS Code. I have a project named Mongo, and I have a index.js file. Let's see what we have the dependency in the JSON. We have a 3 dependency: Express, Mongoose, and NodeMon. So we'll start index.js file. Let's see. Oh, it's already running. Let's close it and run again. So it's running the index.js file. It will connect to the database very soon. Okay, it's connected. Let's see what we have in the index.js. First, we uh, require Express. So all the Express library will come to the Express. Then we'll use Express function. We'll put in the app. Then we are sending the port. Then we use Express JSON function in the app. Then we use mongoose library, that is a require. Then our server will start to listen. Port number this basically 5000. Then we have a function which will create the data, which will connect to the database. And here is the this function is a async function, and we'll try and catch the error here. So when it will try, the mongoose connect method with given connection string. If it's successful, it gives this message. If it's not, then giving this message. So that is the function, and we will call the function here, connect to database. Then we will create a schema, and this is the schema, and we are putting some basic validation like required, minimum value, maximum value, and we are setting the default value. So this is the schema we are building here, and then that schema we will use it in the mongoose model. So we put the book collection name, book table, and we put the schema here. So this will create the uh, data table here. So then we have a function, the post function. So the post function, we use the post method, and this is the path, and this is the async function. We are sending parameter, request parameter, and the response parameter. So we receive body, request body, and we put it here, book data. Then we try and catch the error. We will try with the book collection, with the create function, the create method. So create method takes book data, which we receive from request body. So request body is basically having the data and the field and the values. So that fields and values will be saved in the book collection. So when it's successful, it gives this message. When it not, then it will give this message, and it has any other message, any other error, so it will give this message. So we are sending every response, we are sending the code. Like here we're sending 400, here we are sending 500. It's depend on the error, and here when it's successful, it gives 201. So every function has this HTTP status code. So that is we are asked to do. So next function is we fetching the all record. So we use get method. Here is the path, and we have a mongoose book collection, and there is a find method. So it will find all the records and put it in the books. So then we printing that books here. So list of books, then the book list, and if there is any error, it will print here, and we are sending the code, error code 500. Next function is finding a specific record. So to get a specific record, we need to provide ID, specific ID. That is specific ID will come through parameters. These params will come into the ID object. So this ID object we will put here in the book collection. So the book collection has a function or a method. It's named find by ID. So it required ID, and this ID will come through parameters. So when it gets the record, when it's not get the record, we send okay, book not found. When when it is getting the record, we print it here. If it's if it gets any error, we we send 400 and we send the message. This error basically will come from the client when the client providing the ID, and if the ID is not formatted, it will give the error. This is the error it will get. Next function is update function. Update function, we will use a put method, and this is the path, and also it require an ID. So the ID we will receive through parameter, and from the parameter we'll put it to the ID object. Also we'll receive request body. So the request body will be the field and the value. So all the field and all the values will be there, and that is the update data. So update data contains field, fields and the value. So in the book collection, we have a function name find by ID and update. This function require ID and field and value. So this field and value will be updated when it will find the record. If it does not find record, then it will say book not found, and the HTTP status code 404. We have here run validators is true. That means the validator will be enabled and it will check the record. All the value is in order, like field name should not have empty. That is defined in the schema, whether it's required or not, if there is any maximum minimum range. So those validation will be checked here. It will be enabled, so the function will make sure it follows the rules. So when there will be error, it will come here. There will be two types of error. One is error in the data, and another is client will type the ID. Maybe it's wrong format, or yeah, if it's a wrong format, it will catch that error. Then we have another function. It uses a delete method and this path and the ID parameter. So we'll receive the parameters here and we'll put in the ID object. Then we will try and catch the error. So here we have a book collection, and there is a function name find by ID and delete. So when it will find this ID, it will delete. If it does not find the ID, it will give this message. book not found, and it will send also the code. HTTP error code 404. But if it it finds the record, it will delete. And when it's deleted, we send message 200, and we also print the record which we deleted. If there is any error, we send the error code 400. Now this error is coming from client. If client send invalid ID, so this is the error we are handling. Okay, this is the code and details. Now we will test it. First we will test by reading. So where is the fetching all record? Here it will fetch all record. So it will print here list of books. Let's see whether it's reading. Yes, it's reading from the database MongoDB using the connection. So here is the list of books, and these are the data. So if we have the last data, that is gets by 13. And let's say we will add one record. So we will use this data in the JSON body. So let's check the first. Where is the code? The create record, create function. Where is the create function? My computer is not working. What's wrong? Error is not working. Why? So maybe close this one again. Close. Open. Okay, it's working. So this is the create function, which is post method. So here, when it's successful, it will say record has been added. So the last record is this one, gets by 13. So we'll use the next one is 14. So this is 14, and we'll use 2020. Okay, let's say it's 2022, and and let's say we send a blank genre. It will give me an error genre, and it does not have any value. So we put back the value, and we try to Send again. The record has been added. This is the 14 and this is 2022. So this is the ID. So let's copy this ID and we will test another function, that is find. So we put here the find parameter ID. So this is the path and this is the ID and this is the get method. So send it and book is found and the record is displaying here. That is the last record we added. Okay, so we tested also the find specific record, fetching the specific record. Then we test update. So update also require an ID. So we give the ID here and let's see here, we keep it blank and try to save it. It will give you the error saying the author name, error in author, and it doesn't have any value. So we put the author name like Kazi Farouk and it will save. It will save. Yes, it's saved. It's saved. So it's Kazi Farouk now here, and we can test it. And here we have the list. So our list, here is the new record with Kazi Farouk. Okay, so we copy this ID and then we will test the next one, delete. So we will delete that record, which is which record? This record will be deleted. Gets by 14 and author name is Kazi Farouk, and that's the ID we have provided. Did we provide it? Okay, put it again and delete successful. Which ID is deleted? It's deleted this record. So this record will not be found anymore in the database. So let's read the whole collection and there is no more 14 author name is Kazi Farouk. It's not there anymore. So this is the uh, this is our project, and this is the code which we tested now. Okay, thank you.